Good morning, everybody. So I've had a lot of questions in the past about my line lock setup on the off-road trucks. And I don't have line locks on them. I use a different method that is a lot cheaper and more effective than a line lock. And then got some buddies who want me to show them the setup so they can put it on their trucks. So I actually have a spare that I was supposed to be making for the Bronco. So let's walk through the steps on how I make our brake setup so you guys can implement it on your vehicles. Here we have a ratcheting cargo bar. So when you ratchet this, click, 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 this comes out and it's got rubber feet on both sides and the rubber feet move around. Okay, and then when you ratchet this, it comes out. Now they might make a shorter one somewhere. I don't know. I picked these up from Home Depot. They're like $23. So what I do is I cut them off and I make them shorter. So here on the end, you see it just has like a rivet in the end. I'll cut that off or drill it out, and then I'll measure it, and then I'll cut it, and then put that piece back on. All right, so I measure from here to the metal bracket of the seat, and then I make it about 6 inches shorter. So let's measure that up. So 23, we're gonna make it around 18 inches. So measure about 18 inches. Mark it, put it on the saw, and start cutting. So there's going to be your line lock. Now we just need to take this foot off and put it on here. Alright, I just used a Milwaukee Dremel because that was the first thing I seen instead of the drill. We'll knock that out of there. Alright, so use the Dremel to deburr the end of your shaft here. Slide the end back on. We're going to center punch right here and center punch right here. Put a couple holes in it. Alright, so one thing to note. Okay, so when you have this piece all the way in, when you measure and cut it, the reason I said make it 6 inches shorter is because when you drill into here to put your rivets, this bar is inside. But if you didn't accommodate for that, it will go in a little bit farther after you cut the end, because remember on the little stud that was in there had that bolt through it. So that bolt stopped it from going all the way down. So now it'll actually go a little bit farther with nothing there. You can just cut that off if you did not, you know, make it 6 inches shorter. All right, so you see we got the nice hole on both sides. It matches up perfectly. Grab your rivet set. All right, I like to put both of them in there and then rivet one and then the other. That way this hole doesn't move on you. I'll try to do this one-handed. There you go. Spin it around. Do the other side. You can do that one-handed also. So now with it all the way pushed in, put it on there. We can line it up with the seat. Let me get it set up and I'll grab the camera again. All right, I just put it on the corner of the brake pedal there. Make sure it's in the groove of this little bracket. That's a solid bracket. And then you just tighten this up. And it pushes your brake pedal down. There you go. Redneck line lock. When you want to disengage it, push it like this. And pull it out. And that's how you make a line lock for about 25 bucks.